Hello, I'm Buddha FM and welcome to my channel. If you're brand new, thanks for checking this out. Hopefully by the end of the episode you'll be a subscriber. If you're an old subscriber, again, thanks for checking out one of my videos. Hopefully you'll all smash the like button. Make sure you hit that bell as well and you'll never miss an episode. Right, this is part 3, the final part in the trilogy series that is Booed the Anti-Manager. In episode 1 I was Liverpool manager and I had to try my best to win the league. In episode 2 I was Leeds United manager, I had to try my best to get them promoted. And in episode 3, as you can tell in the background, I'm here at the Etihad Stadium. I'm Manchester City manager. And the challenge is not to win the league, although I might do because I've got a great squad probably, and lots of money. The challenge is to win the Champions League. Now, I'll be honest with you, Liverpool, I thought this series was going to hurt me a lot because I've never ever, in 21 years of playing Football Manager, I've never been Liverpool manager, Leeds manager, City manager. Now I've now been the other two. Liverpool are my biggest rivals, I think. But I enjoyed that episode, so go and check it out. Leeds used to be one of my biggest rivals. They're still a rival to me, even though they've gone down in the leagues and so on. But again, I enjoyed that because they were completely different from each other. This is Man City. This is the noisy neighbours. This is this piece of shit that they've tried to polish with a load of Arab money, and it's still Man City. They'll always be a shit team to me. I know they've just won the league, but there's a famous saying here in Manchester: you can't polish a turd, right? And I have to live with City fans. That's the difference. At work, giving it you in the ear. So this one's going to be tough to really motivate myself to try and win it. But again, I'm going to do my best. I promise. I promise. Anyway, make sure you check out all my content as well. Hey, why not? But today it's all about Manchester City. Or as I like to call them, Manchester Shitty. Right, let's get started. So here we are. Buddha FM as City manager, eh? Oh god. This one probably gives me the most shivers. It's awful. Anyway, it's awful. Right. Yeah, this might be the most boring because I can just imagine we're just going to do really, really well. Might we? But I'm going to assess the squad. We'll have a look at everything. I'll see if I can improve it because I reckon I probably can. I think you can always improve a football team. And we'll get ploughing through it. Let's start off with the money. And this bit surprises me. Only because I do know though City always get money pumped in every year because one of my friends plays Football Manager. He's a City fan. And when we used to play years ago, we used to always go head to head, United versus City, and United were always very good. I never had to do anything, but I always had to go into the editor and make City equal. And it took me ages. We used to have to chase the stadium, put money in, give him some players because we wanted to go head to head on an equal footing. Whereas now, he wouldn't really do anything to City, and just from him playing the game, he tells me that every year they get money pumped in every year. And I know this as well from another video I did. I changed it, I took all the Sheik and his board, put on at Newcastle and switched them to see what had happened. Check that video out. So I kind of knew the finances of Man City. But at the starting point, I've only got 74 million in the bank. That's not going to worry me. And I've only got 61 to spend. But obviously, I'm surely I've got a great staff and great freaking players. Surely. But we're on to the staff. And again, this surprises me. Not one green bar. So if you watch the other 2 episodes of anything I do, you know I'm going to tear this up. I'm going to try and improve it as much as I can. Because I don't really want to, but the whole point of this freaking episode is that I do well. And staff is a major part of that, so we've got to maximise the staff. Okay, when it comes to my tactics, the first one I'm using is my Liverpool tactic, the one I devised for the first episode. Did really well. I'm assuming City have got a similar kind of balance to the squad, so I'm going with that one. The second tactic is my 4-4-2 or my 4-2-4 from my Manchester Central series. It's the 3rd version. It's the one that's just kicking ass in my latest episodes of my series. Check it out. Brilliant tactic. And the last one I've loaded up is obviously the wall, my famous defensive tactic. Last 10 minutes to shut down a game and protect a lead. Obviously we're going to be playing with the Liverpool tactic throughout most of this year. Obviously, hopefully you can tell by my accent, but I am a Mancunian living in East Manchester, which is the city side of the city. So I know all about it. My family are from that area originally, so I've seen that area develop, and I've seen the training ground. My old job, I used to deliver to building sites on certain parts of it, and all the way through the training facility getting built at Manchester City. I saw it get built. It is amazing. It's crazy good. So I'm having a quick look at the youth team, and they've got some good young players. They've got Phil Foden, he's a World Cup winner with England under-17s. And they've got some decent young players, but not as good as I thought. But sat this, I ain't going to win a Champions League with a kid in the team. It's all about these boys, but what I do is go through each position, or get the balance right, and maybe add a player, maybe. Okay, so straight off, we'll have a look at the goalkeepers, and we'll just have a quick look at the info here. And this guy's pretty good, he's been good in real life, Edison. He's a great kicker. I'd like his handling and reflexes to be better, but he's only 23. And then obviously we've got Claudio Bravo, a lot more experience, 34 years old, great backup keeper. Left backs, we've got Mendy who's injured. Brilliant. How long's he injured for? 2 months, great. We've got Fabian Delph, who I always thought was a midfielder. He's my cover at left back. And we've got Daniello, who it says is a right back. I might have to get a left back. Right, over 2 right backs. Obviously, we've got Kyle Walker, he's a good player and he's decent. And obviously, Danny. He's the other dude. Centre halves, this is where I imagine we're pretty strong. Got Laporte, who's one of the good young players on the game. I've bought him many times. Can't believe he's now a City player. We've obviously got John Stones, good young English defender. Again, pretty strong. Otamendi, who I don't rate. I know he's got good stats, so he'll probably play, but in real life, I don't think he's any good. And then obviously the old legend with one leg, Vincent Kompany. So, you know, we've got 2 experienced defenders, 2 young ones. We've got this kid who is a kid, sticking in the reserves. Don't need him yet. Now, obviously, I'm going to be playing 2 in the middle with like an attacking central one as well. So I'm making like 3 centrals. So we've got Kevin De Bruyne. He'll probably be my AMC. Awesome player, isn't he? He's really, really good. Got David Silva as well, great player. Look at them greens, look at his ability. So David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne, and then I want someone with a bit of grit. So we've got I can't say his name. Gudongan, is it? He's all right. We've obviously got Fernandinho again all round good player. Delph. We've got Yaya obviously as well. Yaya Toure. Still a good squad player at 34, so my midfield looks pretty good. I'm just wondering what happens if Kevin De Bruyne gets injured. David Silva can cover there, I suppose. We'll have to think about that. But I've put all my wingers up, and we've got Bernardo Silva on the right. I don't think it's that good, he's only 22. We've got Leroy Sané on the left, who I do like, only 21. Got a good young team in it, the City team, could dominate for years in real life. Unfortunately, Raheem Sterling, 22. Again, he's alright in this game, but his stats don't look great, but I see him do well. Gabriel Jesus. I thought he was more of a striker. Oh, he can play both, that's good. Handy, handy, handy. I like it. We've got this. Who's he? I've never heard of him. You can go in the U team for now. You can go in the U team, and what the hell is he? Why have they got a 26-year-old American who's not very good? Right, he's from New York City. Yeah, see you later, Mix. I like your name, but you're not a good enough player. So I might have to get a winger as well. Now on to my strikers, and this is it. Obviously, I'm only going to be playing one up top. Gabriel Jesus is good cover, but he also might be playing out wide on the right. And then I've got Sergio Aguero, who is awesome. You know, don't get me wrong, he's brilliant. He always gets injured, doesn't he? Right, I'm going to have a really good think about what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do is, like I always do, I'm going to probably play till Christmas. We'll have a look at who I brought in, maybe who I sold, and see where I am at the halfway point. Welcome back, it's the 1st of January, and before we have a look at how I've been getting on, let's have a look at what I did business-wise. Now, I sold Joe Hart to West Ham, put him out there, and they decided to buy him off me. I sold this Mangala dude to Everton, who's out on loan as well, similar situation. And I've loaned out that kid. So I did manage to bring in £27 million, which helped me out because I spent 140. I bought Ryan Bertrand, who was a left back. English, so it helps that English side of it, and he's decent. And I needed a left back, so I think he'll do okay. And then I got Ivan Perisic, who everyone keeps talking about United buying. He's a great player from Italy. But when you look at his attributes, I think he's one of them. He's similar to Di Maria. When you look at him nowadays, don't blow you away instantly, but they do okay. So obviously I've got Perisic as well because he's a left winger, but he can obviously cover in a million positions. And then I bought him. I had to. And if you've watched the Liverpool episode, you'll probably know why I bought him. I wanted a backup striker who could cover in case Sergio got injured. And who better to get than this kid? Eh? Never had him before till Liverpool. Now I'm just madly in love with him. Quick look at the Premier League. It's not about the Premier League, but obviously I still want to do well. And we're second. Now what I have been doing, obviously, when I've got a Champions League game, I'll play a weaker team in the Premier League because I'm focusing on my best players being fit for the Champions League. That's the whole point of this episode. The Premier League's like an afterthought that if we do well in it, fair enough. But the minute we are second, we're above Man United by 3 points, but we are 4 points behind Spurs. So fair play to Spurs. Aguero's second on the goal scoring charts. He's the best player in the league. So is Gabriel Jesus as well. He's number 2 on them charts. And Gabriel Jesus is also on the assist charts as well. Plays very well on the right, you know. But like you know, it is all about the Champions League, and it hasn't gone perfectly. Don't get me wrong. First game, we're in Group A. The first game was against Ligier. We beat them 6-1. We lost to Paris Saint-Germain 1-0 at home, which I was a bit disappointed about. I can't lie. Yeah. Then we beat Dynamo Kiev 1-0. We then beat them 3-1. We then beat Ligier again 6-0 this time. 12 goals are scored against them. But then we got beat off Paris Saint-Germain again, which is a little bit of a worry because if you want to win the Champions League, you need to be beating teams like Paris Saint-Germain, don't you? But we're through to the next round and we've got Seville in the first round knockout. So hopefully we can start getting a bit better because I'm not feeling 100% positive about this one. When it comes to finances, yeah, we're in debt, but we're going to be alright. We'll be fine because if you look at my income, you get all this money like all over the year, and at the end of the year, it's like the club pays itself and sponsors itself. I think like you get this total corporate income or something, is it? Something like that. It's like 200 million quid a year. So yeah, finances, I'm not worried about it because I'm not going to buy anyone in January. The squad's good enough, I think. Here's my staff. I did try and improve it the best I could, and I did. Cleaned out a lot of it. I got rid of Brian Kidd. Freaking Brian Kidd. I always see him as a traitor. Don't like him. But look, we've got a lot of greens now. So goalkeeping, defending and attacking. We've got the best coaching at that. I like the medical team to have been improved a bit. It's better. Things are better than they were. And it's always an advantage. I always recommend improve your staff. Always. So again, I'm just going to play on through this save and we'll see what we do. And then I'll just come back at something important. Maybe a Champions League game that's important. I'm going to play Seville. I'm expecting to beat them. So if we do get knocked out by them, I'll come back for that after that. And we'll just keep on going and see what happens. I can't say I'm feeling this. I really enjoyed Liverpool and Leeds. But with Man City, because they've got all these really, really great players, when I lose or something, I get just really disappointed and I'm thinking, this is City. And you've got to remember, I grew up when United were amazing and City weren't that good. One of my best friends used to get extra City tickets and I've been to a few City games and used to go to Main Road and I was dead jealous of the atmosphere and the banter that they used to have because they knew they weren't that good. And they felt like a family. And I talked to him the other day and he's like, he loves the fact they've got great football players. He loves what's happened. He said, but it's like going to watch United in the olden days, boring, quiet, no atmosphere, prawn sandwiches. He says they've lost their identity. And he don't want to swap the fact they've got world-class players. He just wishes he could get the players, put them into Main Road Stadium and have that atmosphere back. Welcome back. It is the 2nd of May and there's a reason I've come back now. The season's not over yet. There's 2 games to go. And I am battling out with my beloved Manchester United. Don't get me wrong, Spurs are still in with a chance. We're on 77 points, United are on 76 and Tottenham on 75. But again, it's not about the league. I've not even been freaking really trying hard with the league. I've been B-teaming loads of games. The reason I've come back now is because yesterday I just beat Real Madrid. 5-0, by the way. We did end up playing Seville, obviously. I beat them 3-1 in the first one. The next one we lost 4-2. I won it on away goals. Scraped it. There was a point when I was thinking, this is over, but the episode carried on. We drew Atletico Madrid next, beat them 3-0, but then lost 2-1. We are not this perfect machine. It's very on and off. It is, especially in Europe. And then I get Real Madrid. It's Spanish team after Spanish team. It's like 3 levels of Spanish team. Seville, very good. Atletico Madrid, really good. Real Madrid, awesome. And drew 1-1 at the Bernabeu. And it's absolutely destroyed them. So yeah, I was cheering at this, which is very strange. So let's have a look at the squad before we go into these last few games, especially obviously the Champions League final. And yeah, you might notice Icardi down here. He's not been the dominant force he was in the Liverpool save, because I've got Sergio Aguero who's that bit better. And I don't know, he's obviously had a great season. Look at Sergio there. Scored 34 goals in 37 games. So I don't know if it's just the tactic. You have a really good striker, you put him at the front of this tactic, and they're going to score a lot of goals. So I'm pretty happy with that. Sane's been awesome. Jesus has been amazing for a player who's not played up front. 22 goals, 22 assists on the right hand side of this tactic. A beast. Perisic has been great as well. So I've had some great performances. David Silva's out for 2 months, so he's going to miss the final. We've got Porto. When I saw the semi-final draw, I thought this is going to be hard because PSG beat us twice in the group stages. PSG in the final, yeah, they'll probably spank us. And they've been beaten over 2 legs by Porto, so are Porto really good? I don't want... Now I'm thinking, Porto, we should be beating these. Is this going to be too easy? So welcome to Kiev, and welcome to the match preview. We're the bookies' favourites. You've got Porto, who apparently in the better form. So neither of us are in great form. I really wanted a Paris final. I really, really wanted a Paris Saint-Germain final. Welcome to the match lineups. Stick with the tactic. We've used it all year. Can't really grumble with it. Bernardo Silva's going to be playing because Kevin De Bruyne's had to drop back because David Silva's obviously injured. Mendes played, Stones company. Got Danny at right back. Perisic's had a great season. Aguero, who can't stop scoring. Jesus, who has just been a beast on the right hand side. I can't honestly see us not winning this. I want to go on key highlights. We'll see what we can do here. Honestly, I will try and win this game. I like their kit, by the way, in orange. I finally got used to playing as City. It's just, maybe this is a bit more hard for me. Not because I class City as United's biggest rival, because I still don't. I think that's Liverpool. Just because I live in Manchester, so I probably see a lot more City shirts. I know City fans. I go past the stadium, so maybe it's a bit more. This was a lot harder to really try and get behind. Here's Jesus, and the scores. Like De Bruyne with a corner. Porto defended it pretty well, but yeah, I just think this was been a lot harder. I've got at least. I'm not as bothered about City as maybe I used to be about Leeds and Liverpool. But yeah, it was just really tough because, I don't know, maybe because I'm Mancunian. But if this is the first video you've seen in this anti-manager series, it is a 3-part. Go and check out the Liverpool one. I did really enjoy that. There's the Leeds episode too. Done loads of content over the last couple of weeks. I've been off work, so it's been really enjoyable. Just doing different episodes and just having fun because I'm at home. I can spend all day playing Football Manager. I'm living the dream. I'm going to do the usual push forward. We're already playing attacking. This whole tactic's an attacking tactic, so the mentality is always starting off as attacking. But this is what I mean. In Europe, we've been a bit hit and miss. We've scraped our way through the final with some close results, really. At half time, it's 0-0, and it's bang even. They're edging in possession. We both had 5 chances. This might not go my way. So I do have some City subscribers, I know I do. I only really talked to one of them. I don't really know many more who comment on the videos. And that guy's JC Swing. Alright, JC, how's it going, mate? Really good subscriber. He's always very supportive of everything I do. So I just thought, seeing as a City fan, I'd take this opportunity to thank him for his support. Always likes my videos, always comments. It's the kind of subscriber you need, really, because it helps your channel grow. But this game's boring, isn't it? Absolutely no action. But we're building an attack here now. Can we get a goal from it? Sergio Aguero, he's been a beast for me this year. Hate him in real life, but he has scored a lot of goals for me. I wanted to play Icardi really, just because how much I fell in love with him through the Liverpool episode, but you just can't stop playing. Sergio! Porto took the lead. Oliver Time to stop talking. Demand more, boys. Come on, man. This is Manchester City. Because, well, where have they got Thingy on the bench? I forget he went to Porto. You know, the old Real Madrid goalkeeping legend. Paris Saint-Germain spanked me twice in the group stages. Absolutely destroyed us. That's why I was kind of hoping for the final. It would have been quite cool to beat them. Just because of how they beat me. But if Porto beat them over 2 legs, then fair play. And they're doing a better job here today. I mean, they're passing around a bit slow. We've got the ball back. Can't get anything from it. Sergio Aguero's on his own, a bit deep. And De Bruyne's picked it. Oh, look how ginger De Bruyne is. Oh, good pass to Aguero. He won't miss that. I knew it. He won't miss that then. Great finish. Great goal. We're back in it. 1-1. Right, making one change. I want to play Cardi. I really like him. So he's going to come on as a striker. He's not in a good mood. He's not in a good mood. And Aguero's going to drop back. Right, here's Porto. They're just breaking from that free kick of ours. Good tackle from Mendy. But they're getting men forward. Orange shirts are flying. Great pass out right wide. Good save. We've managed to keep all of it. Jesus. Great ball again. To Perisic, you can't miss that. 2-1. I know we're winning. I just can't cheer. I've been like this all year. 10 minutes to go. To be fair, they've had more of the ball. They've had more chances. They're probably just lacking that little bit of quality. Doesn't sound right, does it? Manchester City, champions of Europe. There you go, full time. I've done it. 3-1. Get a little graphic. So there you go. I've done it. Won the Champions League. Mission accomplished. I generally didn't think I was going to do this one at some points because we have been a bit shaky. But we did it. Bit of an easy final, really. Porto in the final. It wasn't the ending I would have hoped for. Paris Saint-Germain would have been a lot more interesting. Yep, I did the double. United came third. I didn't even try. Didn't even try with the Premier League and we still won it. I didn't take the cup seriously either. Played a few kids sometimes. Got knocked out of the League Cup by Burnley in the 4th round. Did a bit better in the FA Cup. Got to the semi-final. Got beat by Spurs. I knocked United out. I knocked freaking Man United out of the FA Cup. So thank you. That's it. That is the end of my anti-manager series. Maybe you want to try it. Why don't you try Bood's anti-manager challenge? Win a league with Liverpool. Get Leeds promoted. Win a Champions League with Manchester City. Try it out for yourself. Maybe do some of the things I've done. Remember, staff. Very, very important. Can't say I really enjoyed this one. I didn't enjoy it one bit, even though I've done a double. Didn't enjoy it at all, but hopefully you did, so smash that like button. If you're brand new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you check out all of the content. Thanks for supporting the series and anything I do, if you have. Let me know what you think down below. I'm glad it's over. Get me out of this Manchester City. Get me out of this club. Hate them.